Hey, welcome back to Sodatime Restoration. We're back on the Vendo 56 tonight. We're going to try to get the door buffed out. We'll probably flip it over, get our undercoating put on. We'll work on a little bit of buffing technique, how to sand clear coat, areas that can get you in trouble. Cabinet's looking really good. We got all the base caulked in, all the trim edging is installed. It really came out good. We're going to start out with some 1500 wet and dry. I'm going to put on a sponge block, and we're going to do short strokes. We're going to start at the bottom. We'll work our way up. So we're going to wipe this down so you can kind of see where we're at. I use a squeegee on it just so it's a little quicker. We got a little ways to go. I could have went to 1200. I'm going to purposely stick with the 15. It's going to take probably a little bit longer. Yeah, we're there. That's pretty close. And I can see just a couple little spots that we'll come back and get. We'll go on to the next step. You've seen probably in some of my series where I've done a DA sander. I'm going to try to do this one all by hand. And if you're looking across there and you see any shiny, and you'll see some of that shiny in the, like it is where I haven't sanded as much. You know, that's what we're trying to remove. We're trying to get it flat like this. You're going to have some spotting come up. Yes, you could probably sand it out. As long as you can get the majority of it knocked down and like in this area looking like this, you're in pretty good shape. So we're going to continue on across the door. All right, let's take a look at that. I see a couple spots we need to get, which I kind of felt we would. I'll get one more good. I'm actually I'll probably, if I can find my sheet of 2000, I'm going to jump it up to the 2000 and do a finished sand on it. All right, we're going to start our buffing session. We're going to be using 3 products tonight. We're going to start out with the number 3 Vengeance, the heaviest compound that you can get in the Vengeance series. We'll go down to the 2, which is kind of about a middle. Still a pretty good cut. Got a little compound in it. And then we'll go down to a 1, and we'll still have one more buff after these 3. That will be a glaze. You'll see a listing for Vengeance. Use that promotion code. It will get you an extra 10. Using the green pad, also through Vengeance. Some people like putting the compound on the pad. I like putting it down. I think it helps on overspraying product. You can kind of work it out. Definitely put it down wet. You don't want it dry. You want to be buffing a wet surface, not a dry surface. Oh yeah. All right, we're going to continue on. Okay, we're going to go to step 1. Camera went out on 2. So I'm going to do the advanced step that I'm going to use with the DA. I'm going to put this step 1 down, which is the final step in compounds in the Vengeance series. And we're going to use 3000 grit, and we're going to go over this thing one last time. Hopefully you'll see the difference. We're going to do the 3000 all the way up into the white. but we're going to be using compound basically for the liquid. So here we go. All right, so 3000 grit. I used the interface pad on the inside. Did it fairly slow, didn't do a real fast speed. We're gonna switch up, go back to the buffer. I'm gonna go to a little finer pad, go to our red one, and we'll try to do a little bit of a finished buff here. Wow, that is looking incredible. I think we're probably a couple of hours into the sanding, the buffing. Maybe we went a little past, but 3 steps. I always go one more. We'll clean this off one last hit here, but the amazing buff, 3000 buff with compound, it just takes it to that next step. It really does. If you got them fine little scratches in there, 3000 grit will take it back just a little bit, but then you can buff that and then come back and buff what you just sanded. Quite amazing. Hey, welcome back to Sodatime Restoration. We've got the interior all undercoated. We're going to start taking the wrappings off, everything that we put on the exterior. We've got some stainless we need to work on tonight. Little small pieces, won't take us very long. We're going to see how much we can get out before I sand it. Probably looking better. A little bit right there. I'm going to take a little bit of sandpaper and we'll do this rough one first. Okay, we've got the DA. I've got it locked in, taped down so it'll just spin. We've got 600 grit and we're just going to go put the 600 on what we just was working on and see what we can do here. All right, I think we've taken as far as we can get it. We're going to go over to the buffer and we'll finish these off. Hey, welcome back to Sodatime Restoration. Mark Cohen here. We were just getting to the bottle chute installed last night. We're getting ready to put the insulation in. We got the exterior stainless trim on. Getting ready to do the insulation. The 56 is coming along really nice. I mounted the door a little bit on the cabinet just now. Man, it looks really good. About lost you there. You've got a post right here in the middle. Find that post and pull all that insulation off the top of it there. So whenever you set that down, you can get your screws a little bit easier. Show you what that looks like here. Little post right here in the middle. Let's get the gasket put on there. I do the molded gaskets. I know I've talked about it before. If you've ever done the other, where you have to fit your corners, have your holes. These holes are all pre-drilled. You'll never go back. Pay the little bit extra, get them molded. The Vendo 56 got the linkage exterior, which I think is a great idea. If you've ever done an 81 and you got your linkage in there and you got your insulation too tight, sometimes you have to pull that liner back off and push your insulation to the side just so it'll work for you. But hey, this is nice and clean. Probably the negative is this is exposed, probably not as clean looking. But once you shut the door, you're not seeing that stuff anyway. But it is different. It is different. We will come back and retighten these. I'm just going to get them all started here right quick, and we'll see how quick I can get this gasket on. This is something people dread. It's not that bad. Okay, I believe we've got them all. I got one down there I need to get in the bottom of that gasket to pull it in. These are lining up great. Those adjustments look good there. See if we can get this one in here right quick. It's all feeling good. Get these three in, and I think this will be everything on the liner. All right. Let's pick this up and let's put it on the case here right quick. It's amazing adding some insulation in a liner, how much difference one of these doors make. There we go. Oh yeah. Looking good, looking real good. All right, we just got our chrome back from Speed and Sport, and wow, they have done a fantastic job. Unbelievable. It is so much fun to unpack chrome. Don't know what the deal is. Take a look at this crank handle. That is going to look like $1 million on this machine. Lockdown handle. Looks really good. Looks really good. Ah, take a look at that. Woo! Entry plate. It's going to be a killer. Have to go back on the original video on this entry plate. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't near this. Man. All right, let's get the lock assembly put together. Let me grab a couple springs here that we need. So you'll have a sleeve that should have a spring. Goes just like that. Get your spring seated on there, just like that. Get that down in there like so. Get you a screwdriver and get your insulation kind of cut out of the way. There we go. Give it a shot of fluid film. About that much. Get that pieced back in there again. Boy, doesn't that look good. Woo! Let's get some screws and get it mounted. Be cautious when you're doing this that you don't slip off and get into your fresh paint job. And there's our handle on there. Whew, doesn't that look good? Wow. Let's see how the first time hits. So we're gonna have to space a little bit here to where we can get our handle to grab. Or just a little off, but still got a little bit of insulation here I need to deal with. Yeah, it needs to come out just a little bit. Okay, so on a 56, before you take that apart, there is a spacing on the inside here. You'll see that. And as you see, we got a lot of gappage here, so we need to move this out just a little bit. So we'll see if we can get that to move here right quick. Let's see what that does for us. When we're on. So here's where that first initial seal, when you do it, you want to get this top edge. So just kind of loosen it. Take that gasket and fit that thing like a little looser here. So when you shut it that first time, make that gasket be totally flush all the way around. And then lock it down. It might be a little tough. That's a good thing. There we go. Feel that thing the whole way. We want that tight. And probably we will actually tighten it up here in a couple days once that gasket gets really fitted nicely. But that's the way you want that gasket to fit right there. You want it sitting down. You want that to fit on there. Perfect. It's looking good. That's looking real good. So we kind of got where we wanted to be tonight. We will probably start up tomorrow. We'll start working on that coin door, getting some of this chrome put on, and wow, we're moving right along. We get the door put on tomorrow, and we will then move over and start looking at that compressor back there. Yeah, it looks nasty, but I'll guarantee you it is going to come out really good. That thing cooled really good. We will give that thing a good work over here in a couple days. Hey, thanks for staying with us tonight. Stay connected. If you want to stay on this 56, hit that subscribe button. This thing's going to come out nice. Thanks for following, and all you subscribers that have been on there, wow, can't believe it. I'm really in shock. I had somebody ask me how many we're at, and I couldn't believe that we were up pushing, over that 700 range, and which is just incredible. But stay connected with us. Hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. Throw some comments in there. The 56 is going to be something else. Probably somebody's Christmas present this year. So thanks a lot, and we'll catch you on the next one.